You know when you're coding and all your data just feels like a total mess, kind of like a jumbled drawer of socks. You know what you need is in there somewhere, but finding the right piece of information feels impossible? Well, today, we're going to talk about Python's elegant answer to that chaos, a tool designed to create perfectly organized sets of information.
So, let's start with a really fundamental question. Forget about coding for a second. In the real world, how do you keep things that belong together, together? How do you make sure a specific price tag always stays with the right product, or a phone number is always linked to the right person?
Just think about a school report card. It's super intuitive, right? You just know that math is the label and 95 is the piece of information that goes with it. Student name is the label and Ravi is the data. It's this really natural system of pairing a unique label with its specific value.
And that right there, that's exactly why dictionaries exist in Python. They are the language's built-in, super elegant way to handle exactly this kind of labeled information. So let's see how they actually work.
So what's the big idea here? It's actually really simple. A dictionary has one main job, to store information in pairs. You have a unique key, which is basically a label, and then you have a value, which is the actual data you want to store for that label.
Okay, so let's really zoom in on that idea, because the absolute heart and soul of every single dictionary is this thing called a key-value pair. Seriously, once you get this one concept, everything else just clicks into place.
It's a beautifully simple idea. The key is just the label, like subject on our report card. And the value? Well, that's the actual information that belongs to that label, like the grade you got. It's really that simple.
And what does this look like in actual Python code? Well, it's just as straightforward. Here, the text string name is our key. That's our unique label. And the value we've paired it with is Ravi. That's it. That's a complete key-value pair ready to go.
All right, so we've got the Lego bricks, right? We understand the key-value pair. Now let's actually put them together and build our very first dictionary.
So here's the first rule you've got to remember. In Python, dictionaries are always wrapped in these curly brackets. The moment you see these, your brain should immediately think, that's a dictionary.
So let's look at a full example. We're creating a variable called book. Now, inside our curly brackets, we have 3 of these key-value pairs. The key title points to the tax Python basics. The key pages points to the number 50, and price points to 199. And notice how we can mix different kinds of data. Text and numbers can live together in the same dictionary, no problem.
But, a dictionary isn't just some static thing you create and look at. It's a living, breathing container. So once we've put our data in, how do we get it back out? And what if we need to change something?
Getting data back out is super intuitive, and this is where dictionaries really shine. You just use the dictionary's name, and then in square brackets, you give it the key you're looking for. You're not asking for an item based on its position. You're asking for the value that's attached to the label name.
And this right here is probably the most important thing to understand about dictionaries versus, say, a Python list. With a list, you're always thinking about the numerical position. Item 0, item 1, item 2. Dictionaries couldn't care less about order. They care about the label. You find things by their key, not by their index number, and that makes them incredibly fast for looking things up.
And guess what? Dictionaries are not set in stone. They are totally flexible. We can target the age key and just assign it a brand new value. Or we can just invent a new key-value pair on the fly, like adding class and setting it to 1A. And if we don't need it anymore, poof, the del keyword gets rid of the entire pair for good.
Okay, but what happens when things get, a little more complicated? What if the value you want to store isn't just a simple number or a word? What if it's a whole other set of labeled data? Well, this is where we get into nesting.
The best way to think about this is like a box inside another box. You open the main container, and one of the items you find inside is another smaller container with its own set of labeled items. This is how we start to build really complex, organized data structures.
So how do you get to the stuff in that inner box? It's just a simple 2-step move. First, you use the key to grab the inner dictionary, our inner box, like school, student 1. That gives you the smaller dictionary. And then, right after that, you use another key to grab the specific item you want from inside it, like name.
And there you have it. That's the whole journey. We started with this simple, messy problem of organizing data, and we've ended up with this incredibly powerful and flexible tool. You've just added one of Python's most useful structures to your programming toolkit.
So let's just quickly run through the big takeaways, right? Dictionaries are all about key-value pairs.
You build them with curly brackets. They are completely dynamic. You can change, add, or remove data whenever you want. You can nest them to handle really complex information, which makes them absolutely perfect for modeling things from the real world, like a user profile or a product in a store.
We've covered the what, the why, and the how of Python dictionaries. They really are the ultimate organizers for your data. So the only question left is, now that you have this powerful new tool, what are you going to build with it? What will you organize?